Where'd it go? I knocked it out. It flew in and it disappeared. Shouldn't have moved.
Got My friend Kevin's got to go back to work on Monday. We had a quick lunch here, and he knows the area well enough now. He kind of knows some spots he wants to revisit, so he's taken off back to some of his new favorite haunts. I thought I might just relax a little bit more around the cabin here and take time for some of my dessert. Enjoy this beautiful day. It's part of our water system here at the cabin in the wintertime. This time I hadn't raked the roof off, and so obviously it melted down, and we had huge icicles and a big ice dam building up there. And come out the other day with Kevin, we're going to chop off some of them icicles, and he was standing right here. I happened to hit that ice up there, and this was a wall of ice came off about that thick. I mean, fortunately it didn't hit him. It could have taken his leg out because the whole thing came down. Whoo! But then we went out and we chopped it into chunks. Now it makes a very easy way to get some high water content into the cabin to be melting down. We've had a lot of cloudy weather lately, and I want my batteries fully charged, so I'm going to put a new mantle on the Coleman lantern here, and our last night we'll use that for light, and then we can leave the batteries topped off as best we can. I don't want them to freeze up while I'm gone. I haven't put a new mantle on here in a long time, but one time when I was lighting it up, I think the last time it kind of did a poof, which is pretty hard on mantles. Oh, thought I was down to one mantle, but they come two in a pack. That's good. Sure a lot easier. Well, I'm calling it the old days. They probably had these a long time where you got the spring clip on there to make it a lot easier. Now that I've done that, I might look at the directions real quickly. Not much of directions, a lot of warnings. If I recall, this is how we do it. Let that smoke go that away. Oh, what are you doing on my camera? You know, I kind of noticed here that they took care of that chicken pretty good, but the chicken liver was out here and they won't touch it. So I chopped it into little pieces and they still won't carry it away. You know, the directions don't say anything about burning these off anymore like I was used to, but I've already started now. One of my favorite wintertime treats up here is some hot chocolate pudding. I think this is all instant puddings. Check the other box. Pretty well stocked, as you can see. There we go. That's what I'm after. Cook and serve chocolate pudding. Take our little pan. We want 2 cups of milk, they say. So we'll go about a cup and 3/4 of water. Some fire under it. For our powdered milk, that's what we always use for our puddings and things nowadays. This is Nestle's Nido, N-I-D-O milk. And it's a whole milk. And so even though it's a powdered milk, it makes an excellent puddings and things like that, not like the skim milk. Now I need 2 cups of milk, so by the directions that means I need a 1/2 cup of Nido. But I like it a little bit creamier, so we're going to go with 3/4 cup of milk in there. Just in this case, a little more just makes it better. Makes for a nice, if you do the instant pudding, it makes for a nice stiff pudding even. Get that stirred up before it scorches in the bottom. One of the most important things on this is to stay right on top of it. Especially if I have the gas turned up fairly high. Starting to bubble up pretty nice here. No time to stop stirring now. We're going to call that good enough. Kevin, pudding's ready. Oh, that's right. He's out skiing. What was I thinking? Well, cold pudding is no good, so I think he's out of luck. I made a video a few years ago and I called it Hold Up at 30 Below. Well, I got to tell you, sitting out here today at 30 above Fahrenheit is a whole lot more fun. That was a nice adventure when it gets that cold, but sit out here and just really enjoy the woods. I'll trade it for 30 above anytime. My hot chocolate pudding there. Got our supper cooking out. All rotten potatoes, wild rice, and I don't know if I mentioned, but Kevin can eat like I do, so we have 2 portions of venison burger tonight. About a 3/4 pound apiece, actually.